Here's the spreadsheet we created in the first recorded segment for question 5 of Unit 15. Each group of 3 rows shows one scenario of what might happen if we retire with $1 million, take out $50,000 each year to live on, and leave the rest in a mutual fund which might do anything from go down 10% to go up 20%. For example, in this first set of 3 rows, everything works out just fine. And at the end of the 20 years, in addition to having the $50,000 a year to spend, we have $443,000 remaining. You can see that many of the numbers here are too large to fit in the columns. That won't bother us, and you'll see why in just a moment. The first scenario works out very well. The second scenario works out even better. After spending $50,000 a year for each of 20 years, we have more than $1,600,000. That is more than we started with because of the amount the mutual fund has grown. Now let's scroll down and see if we notice anything happening. In most of these scenarios, everything works out just fine. But here, where we see red or negative numbers, something bad has happened. Let's check here to see precisely what. What happens is that because the mutual fund has not grown well in this case, in our 19th year, when we go to take out our $50,000, we can't do it. We don't have $50,000 in the mutual fund, and we're out of money. This is a bad ending, but how often does it happen? It's easy to catch the bad endings because they're red. Let's see. Out of 100 scenarios, we have 1, just 1, in which case things do not work out well. Let's hit F9 and try again. So far we have 1 out of 100 bad cases. Scanning down the second time, we count 1, 2, 2 bad cases. Let's try one more time. This third time, we count 1, 2, 3, 4 bad cases. So it looks that out of every 100 cases, we may have between 1 and maybe 4 in which things work out badly. In other words, the best answer for whether or not this mutual fund is a good idea is that in about 4% of the cases, or perhaps less, it's a very bad idea because we end up partway through our retirement completely broke. On the other hand, in the rest of the cases, 96% or better, we end up our retirement having spent $50,000 each year with a sizable sum in the bank, somewhere between, say, $100,000 and as much as perhaps $2 million. So this mutual fund is a slightly risky idea. There's a 2, 3, or 4% chance that we may end up broke. But there's a much larger chance that we'll be able to end our retirement with lots of money left over to pass on to our kids. Which is the better idea? Keeping the money in cash, in which case we're sure we'll spend $50,000 a year and have the money to spend, but we'll have nothing left, or putting it in the mutual fund, where there's a very, very good chance that we'll spend our money and have lots left over, but a small chance that we'll reach financial disaster. This is something that depends on our own personal preferences and how we feel about risk. The calculations can only tell us how much risk there is.